Welcome to Capture the Reps podcast, the podcast for fitness creatives by fitness creatives. Each episode, we will dive into techniques, strategies, and behind-the-scenes stories to help fast-track your career. Whether you're behind the camera or in front of it, this is the space to grow, create, and connect. Hit it, Sam. And welcome to Capture the Reps podcast.
Dude, we can't start over completely.
Yeah, we can. We're starting
Jesus
over.
Christ.
What? We barely even
There
talked
was a
about
lot of
anything.
good content in there.
We are figuring out a lot of things. I mean, we're figuring out what guests to have. We're going to we have set up a virtual option now as well. So that's going to help out tremendously because we have a lot of friends that we meet at competitions and stuff like that we're unable to obviously have here in Phoenix in the studio.
Until we get those sponsors.
Yeah, until we get those sponsors. I mean, hopefully that can come through. I don't know. But yeah, just like learning like little things about like when you're in a controlled environment like this, like the correct lighting for it. I mean, we're still kind of messing around with the backdrop. You see some things that I've added, and just like some little touches, like making sure that the mic crazy wire isn't all over the place. And we're shooting everything in S-Log, which really for me was like, yeah, slog for people that talk like that. It was really a challenge for me because I've never done it before. So like it was kind of nice to dive in there.
How shocked people are when I say that?
That you shot in S-Log?
No, that you were never shooting an S-Log before.
Yeah, I've never done it before.
I know. People are always like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah.
So like,
I can't tell if you're being.
I'm saying like
Okay,
you don't need to you don't need to like don't let it gatekeep you from creating.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
you know what I mean though?
But it's like the natural, I think it speaks to a larger point of like the evolution of everything, right? Like what is the next step from becoming that intermediate? Because I'll be the first to admit that I don't know everything and I learn a lot from all the people around me constantly. And like the next step up from where I'm at as far as like my visuals go would be shooting in a flat profile, so S-Log, and then adding LUTs or having more color control for my visuals instead of just relying on what is shot in camera.
Grade that. Shoot.
It's literally just the next step. And that's what I'm excited for. I mean, why would I continue to do something the same way over and over again? I mean, it's not how you get better, you know?
Preach. That's why I'm going to get in the pool.
And that's why you're getting in the pool. Yeah, you're going to be Michael Phelps. Who knows someday?
No, that's not. I'll be the Michael Phelps with a camera in his hand.
That'd be impressive. You got to have that underwater housing.
The Thickle helps. Phelps. Thickle Phelps. That's me, baby.
Is that going to be your new Instagram handle?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
I don't swim that much. Once a week. Sometimes. Maybe like twice a month, really. But I try my best.
Love how it just like slowly like got a little bit longer.
Well, I realized like I went like, this is going to sound so silly. I went consistently for like 2 weeks, but then Wadapalooza, I had to go to that because the day they swim is Thursday. So I was like traveling.
So I'm working on S-Log. What are you working on?
I'm working on, what am I working on? I'm taking my camera to the state fair tomorrow and I'm trying out filters. I've never used filters in my photography. So I bought.
So like ND filters? Or what?
No, not like ND filters. Like filters that you put on the end of your camera, like rose gold filter.
Oh, okay,
gotcha. like a cinematic filter, kind of whatever the hell. Like the one I bought is like a mist filter.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard about that. Pro mist or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm taking that to the state fair tomorrow.
Nice.
Because I think it'd be cool to get some pictures at the state fair.
What made you like make that decision, that challenge?
I just was like, oh, it's an opportunity to get creative in a way that I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people use them at the CrossFit comps too.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it looks and how I would want to edit it. So it's not something I would take into my professional setting, like on a whim.
Right.
So I was like, oh, maybe it's something I can get comfortable with before Desert City and maybe utilize it in Desert City in some sort of way. But yeah, I think just trying new stuff. Because I like what you said. I think you just do the same thing over and over again. Gets not it gets stale because I love what we do, but you get stale.
Yeah, you're not getting
creatively.
better.
Yeah. Like if you're in a stalemate of progression, it's not a good place.
Well,
to
I think
be.
that's why diversifying what you do is also important too. Like you shouldn't just be doing CrossFit events. Like you should be doing other things like creating stuff for brands or getting out there, because that's it's gonna make you better as a creative in whatever you do. But it's also gonna make sure you don't burn out. Because think about how like monotonous it is at a certain point if you're literally just traveling around to all these events throughout the year.
I mean, I feel like some of the monotony is taken away in the fact that the comps can be pretty different.
Yeah,
I think that's what's cool about like CrossFit comps in general, is that they all have their aspect that makes them special in a way. It is similar, obviously. Like you end up shooting similar movements and stuff like that, but Wadapalooza, for instance, does things a lot different than NorCal, for instance, which I think leads to different challenges in a way that make you better.
Look at like what we're gonna do with Desert City. I mean, that's gonna be completely different in a challenge, because for those that don't know, like last year we really focused in on elites only. Like that was the main thing that we were looking to capture. And there's a couple of the outside factors to that. I mean, obviously we didn't have a huge team. We were trying to test out a model of what we could achieve.
Yeah.
And now after that whole entire calendar year of like being able to really pre-plan and also make some key acquisitions like yourself on the team, like we're going to be able to cover a lot more and cover the competition as a wide whole as opposed to just a singular like group, which is going to be super fun. Is there anything you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But to piggyback on what you said, I feel like we will be able to cover a lot more of a unique aspect of competing, especially with the underwater stuff. So I want to get that underwater housing unit for my camera and get in the pool and take pictures of people in the pool.
Well, we have some dynamic personalities too that are really going to help feed
for sure
like conversation, because that's the hardest part with these competitions is like from the competition media side, you try to gain or get as much storylines as humanly possible, and you try to talk to people and like gather some things, and that's like the hardest thing with this is like you go out there and you try to meet these athletes for the first time in a lot of cases, because maybe it's the first time out in Arizona or whatever it is. It's very hard to like in a 3-day span like figure out storylines or like get people to say
so many people for sure.
Yeah, and it's just new faces constantly.
Yeah.
So being able to have a bigger team will allow us to have more outreach. More outreach means more bite-sized little sound bites and things like that. So that, and we plan on having at least 3 people just constantly going around and talking to people. And if they identify like a really cool story, then they're going to bring that to us, and then we can document that story, which is largely different than last year. Last year was me just running around doing behind the scenes, just talking to people, whoever would talk to me, basically.
Yeah, I think there's a good amount of trust in the team that we have to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean,
for each individual. We're
primarily an Arizona-based media team. I mean, there's a couple outside sources, but that was a really cool thing because that's something that I wanted ever since I became the media director for competition. Like, I was looking at trying to make an Arizona-based team. So, you know, yourself, Holly, me. I don't leave anybody out. Other people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It's a good list, for sure. It's a good list. But I think we all have experience working together too.
Yeah, that's the cool thing.
Yeah, it's nice. Like you and me specifically have a lot of experience working together on a multitude of things. Like I think back to like that wedding when we started. I don't know that we really said a word to each other the whole night because we just kind of knew what we were doing and where we needed to be and stay out of each other's way. Like it's just kind of funny but nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like nice to have somebody when you work alongside them, you just kind of fit together.
And
like a
I
puzzle
think
piece.
that's like slowly starting to happen a lot more because you have a lot of people like we say, we see the same people over and over again. I think that's starting to become a lot more prevalent. Where there's like little subgroups of people that always work together just because they're familiar with one another, or regionally they're located with one another, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm really excited for that idea of storytelling, the increased access, and then really just like on the volunteer side. There's like a few volunteers that every single year I usually hang out with. You know, the past 2 years, now going to be 3 years, that I'm like looking forward to seeing, because like honestly I never talk to them outside of it because our busy schedules, like we just miss each other. So
yeah, I'm excited to be on the floor, and is shooting a lot of competitions. You don't usually have floor access typically.
Yeah,
and that lends to a lot of uniqueness, being able to get on the floor, lots of different angles and shot styles that you can play with, which is awesome. Also being there and just knowing, like, we have such a huge community coming from the gym itself.
Yeah.
You know, seeing everybody, being able to support them, even if it's indirectly.
Right.
You know, I mean, we have a few elites too, which, you know, it's cool to be there. I feel like there's something special about having a cool relationship, or like having a good relationship with somebody like that, where it's like, hey, this person is the highest level of fitness competing on this floor, and I'm next to them taking their picture, and then taking the picture of the person next to them, you know. And it's cool to be out there, you know. It's a different feeling for sure. I'm excited. It's gonna be dope. And I think the pool stuff can be really cool. I like the workout for sure. I'm really glad I'm not doing it.
I'm so glad I'm not doing
that workout looks so rough.
Like we talked about before, like we hopped on here this week in class. I just had a workout that just absolutely buried me, and I had the realization that, like, you know, maybe I'm a little bit out of shape.
That's
like,
right.
I'm not like completely out of shape. Like, there's certain things that I can excel at.
Shape is relative, baby.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you just start breathing really hard. I'm like, okay, like I know I can do these movements, but
yeah, felt. I feel that. I mean, well, you know, because I work out. I have my own coach and work out in the corner with all the actual fit people.
Yikes.
You know, then there's me just doing my thing. There's a reason I'm the strongest photographer and not the most in shape photographer.
Well, also that would be a very long Instagram handle.
The strongest photographer is pretty long too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wait, actually, the most in shape might not be that much longer than strongest.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, I don't know math.
Most in is 6, shape is 5, so 11.
Yeah.
Strongest is strongest, so it's hardly longer.
You ever?
That's kind of funny.
You ever think about becoming part of a spelling bee or?
Spelling bee.
Yeah, spelling.
That was
you
quick.
Just laid it all
that was
out
quick
there.
maths.
Huh?
I guess it was spelling too.
Yeah, you were spelling.
Strongest is not hard to spell though.
Yeah, that's true. That would probably be an entry level one.
I don't even know that it would be entry level.
Yeah.
That's like first grade spelling bee stuff.
I peaked in math in 2nd grade. Fun fact.
I peaked math in 10th grade geometry.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Until you realize I got like a 71 in algebra the next year.
That's tough, yeah. Is geometry, is that like isosceles and all that?
Yeah, it's like
Alien?
shapes.
Yeah.
It's like more shape. It's math that makes sense. No offense to you people that are good at algebra, but it's not like, oh hey, what does D equal? Bro, D equals nothing. It's a letter. Like, yeah, I can find the angle of this triangle because it's actually real. It exists. But you know what D is? It's a letter. It's not any number. It doesn't equal anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got 100 in geometry. My math teacher would give us the homework, and she would always give us like 10 minutes at the end of class to start it and ask questions, and I would turn it in by the time that 10 minutes, unless it was like really long.
Yeah.
It was like 20 questions or something.
Yeah.
But even then, I was done with it by lunch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It made sense to me. But yeah, then the next year, I was like, damn, I'm good at this math stuff. And then the next year, I was in tutoring.
Wow, that's debilitating.
I was in tutoring for algebra. And then.
Yeah, it's tough.
But then the next year, senior year, I was pretty good at statistics. But that also makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? Everybody's wired different, though.
You want to keep going and talk about like your college experience?
I didn't go to college.
You want to talk about your post research you've done on the side since you graduated high school?
Why would I want to talk about that?
Did you ever take any photography classes in high school?
No, actually.
How'd you find photography?
My Nana loved photography. She used to do like bird photography back in the day when I was a kid. And I would go with her and we would be in her orange slug bug. Yep. Convertible. Heck yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up after this. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, you do. Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Volkswagen
What did you
Beetle.
call it?
Slug bug? You never heard of it?
I've never heard of that.
Really?
One. No,
That's crazy.
I'll have to add that one in.
Yeah, she had an orange convertible slug bug or Volkswagen convertible for those of you that are not in the Volkswagen community. I had a Volkswagen too. It was a Jetta when I was in high school. But anyway, not to get off the rails here. I would go with her and I always would use her binoculars and I would bird watch with her and she would sometimes take her camera and take pictures. And so she had an old Canon camera and I would ask if I could take pictures and I would take pictures of her dog. I would take pictures of my granddad's Corvette. Yeah. He had some classic cars I would take pictures of. We went to I still have these pictures on my Facebook. They're horrible.
Cool. No, but that's cool that you still have them.
They're absolutely horrible. But anyway, so that then take that away after that was like me, young teenager.
Yeah. So it was like every time you visit her, you like would take photos together.
Yeah.
And like slowly.
In a way, maybe not every time, but I did enjoy working with a camera and then totally forgot about it and then went about my life. And then, what happened? What got me reinterested in it is what I'm trying to.
Good question.
I'm curious about actually.
Good question.
Yeah, I'm thinking. It's a good question for myself.
I'm filibustering for you. Trying to help you out here.
The filibuster.
Yes.
He's trying to reduce my ums and likes.
We don't have a third person in the other chair.
Yeah, he's trying to reduce my ums and likes.
This is where I would help
I am the third.
Bring in that third
I am the third person,
yes.
But I'm number 2 and number 3. But
maybe we can have Sam do like a voiceover right here.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, Sam.
That's not a bad idea. He has to do like a talking head though. His head's got to pop up.
We just see it like in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Or he could like impose like a genie lamp. And he's just like a genie out of the lamp. And it's just his floating head. Just like his upper body floating out of the lamp.
See, this is the stuff that we normally cut, but we're going to leave this in here.
Hey, this is
because we love
episode.
it so much.
Yeah, honestly.
And this is how we entertain Sam whenever he's editing these episodes.
True. So getting back into photography, I think I just asked my mom if I could borrow her camera. I was like, hey, do you still have that old Canon camera? And she's like, yeah, I still got it. And I just asked her if I could use it. And I started taking pictures of stuff. It's my ex, she rode horses, so I'd take it to the barn. I'd take pictures of the horses. I would take pictures of the dogs. I would take pictures of anything I felt like taking pictures of, really. It was a Canon 50D, which... Yeah. I know that. It's old. Like, I kind of want to fact check this here. Canon 50D release date. No, 2008.
But I love that origin story, though. It's really cool. So how did you get better?
Dude, I just kept taking photos. It released October 6th of 2008.
Would have been cool if it was October 7th because that was my birthday.
Yeah, I just started taking pictures, dude. And the crazy thing is with real estate, I had a friend from across the gym who wanted to connect me with somebody they work in a rental management company. And that's where I do most of my real estate shooting with now, is that rental management company. And they asked me to shoot a property for them. It was a little 2-bedroom apartment. And I did a horrible job.
Yeah, it was your first time doing it.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And she gave me, here's the funny thing, because I was like, okay, I need to look for a wide angle lens. And if you just look up wide angle lens, like 24 millimeters considered wide, 35 is considered wide. And so I was like, I got like what did I buy? I think I got and keep in mind, this is a crop sensor camera. So 50D is a crop sensor. So any number that I'm going to say really is times 1.6. So I got a 16 to 25 millimeter. So it was really a 16 times 1.6, which is like 20, what? That's like 27 millimeters, something like that. So I'm shooting houses at 27 millimeters when I would say the minimum you need is probably 18, and that's even pushing it. I would say 16 is the best. And so she hit me with, do you have anything more wide angle? And in my head, I was like, this is a wide angle lens. I'm like losing my mind. And I didn't even realize my camera was a crop sensor. So that's the other funny thing. So I bought a 16 to 35 millimeter lens and didn't realize my camera was a crop. And so I was like doing all this research and I realized what crop sensor meant. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But
no, it happens.
I realized, okay, I have a crop sensor camera, so that 16 millimeters is not it's wide, but it's not wide enough for real estate anymore. So then I got a 10 to 18. So now it's 16 to.
This is where that math comes in. All your development at a younger age will.
But I got the 10 to 18 millimeter, so it was really like a 16 to whatever 28 or whatever it is. And I reshot it, and I was like panicking. I hadn't made any money doing anything yet, and I just bought, I just bought that lens.
Yeah.
The 10 to 18, it's like a 10 to 18 EFS. It's like it's like a cropped lens. So even on a non-crop sensor camera, it's still cropped from 10 to 18. And that lens is only like $300. It was great because I was like, I need something.
Right. You need, you need to be able to shoot that wide.
So I was like, I'm going to go back and shoot it. I bought this $350 lens, convincing my then partner, like, I need that, like, this has to happen. This is a good opportunity. So I got that lens, went back, shot it, did a job that was acceptable. I will not say it was good because it wasn't until I learned how to refine the craft a little more. Yeah. But I went and reshot it, and it was good enough, and they hired me, and I've been shooting for them for like,
isn't that great?
3 years.
Yeah. And they've probably noticed too, like your work has
it's drastically better, bro.
Much better,
it's drastically better.
But it's important to note, like, everyone starts somewhere. So it's like, like people are like have this like comparison thing. It's like, really, you should only compare yourself. You should only compare you to yourself. That's it. And just try to get better every single time.
Because comparing how I started to what was posted on Zillow and all, I would have thrown my camera away. I'd have been like, yeah, this is not for you, dog.
Yeah. I mean, I started on a point and shoot. It actually was a Canon.
Love that.
Man, messed up.
He had good roots.
Clearly threw that one away.
He had good roots.
It was a point and shoot camera.
You don't have it anymore?
And I beat it down. Like, it was like.
But do you still have it?
I think I got rid of it whenever we moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But no, I literally learned how to use a camera on a point and shoot camera. And this was back when like vlogging was like really a thing. I did like 120 days of videos. So like a video every single day for 120 days.
That's crazy.
And that's how I learned how to use a camera. And then that turned into me and Sav, whenever we'd go on like different trips and vacations and stuff, I would just make a recap video because that was also really popular back then.
Okay.
And then that kind of morphed into, weddings. I started filming people's weddings. Mm-hmm. And then weddings turned into corporate work. And then, it's been fairly recently that I've gotten into like CrossFit and sports stuff. But all that to say, like, completely self-taught, relied on YouTube to teach me everything.
Yeah.
And
YouTube's
at a young age, I shouldn't say young age. I mean, I was in my early mid 20s. Not anymore. I'm still early 30s.
That's a young age.
Early 30s. No, but all that to say, like, you can teach yourself. Like, you can go on YouTube nowadays and like, yes, you will, like you should like reach out to mentors and like reach out to people that have been doing it a while to fast track everything. But like if money is an issue right now, you don't want to go to film school, you don't have the ability to spend all this money on like equipment, all that kind of stuff, you can literally just hop on YouTube, free resources all the time, and just use your phone or use whatever you have and then slowly progress up.
That's my school. That's my graduation.
Yeah, the school of YouTube.
Yeah, I graduated from the photography school of YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny about you bringing up the vlog thing?
Yes.
There was a brief time, wasn't a photographer or wasn't a videographer, anything, but when I was back in Texas during like the COVID times, like I moved back there in 2020, I started like a vlog, and I think I might have done like, it wasn't, did I do it daily? I don't know.
We weren't there with you.
I only dropped like 3 episodes, and I shot it all with a GoPro.
Nice.
And honestly, it was pretty solid.
Are they still out there, the videos?
I'm sure they are. I don't want to find them, but I'm sure they're still out there. You know what's funny though? So I used to ride motorcycles.
Humble brag.
In Texas. That's not a brag. But what was cool about it is I would put the GoPro on my helmet, and that would be part of the vlog. You know what I mean? Like riding my motorcycle. You know, you see people do like FPV videos of them riding a motorcycle on like Instagram and stuff. But yeah, I would take it to the gym, and I would be like, "Oh, look, this is my friend Trevor," and he'd be like, "What's up?" And we would like hit a workout together. Yeah. And I was trying to be cinematic with it. You know, I would like put the GoPro on the ground and like. Gosh, I'm so bad with video terms. What is it called? A shot, like an establishing shot.
I'm just gonna let you struggle.
Like normal, which is crazy because he hit me up about some photography advice, and I hit him with that good stuff.
He did help me out. Honestly.
But
shoot raw, kids.
True, for sure, definitely.
Big file sizes though.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, especially if you shot with that.
Yeah.
Did you shoot with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 61 megapixel sensor.
Yeah,
bro.
It was nuts.
Yeah, my R5 II is like a 45 megapixel sensor.
Also, shout out to denoising. Shout out to denoise.
Denoise is the goat.
Phenomenal.
Denoise in his golden fleece diaper. Sweet baby denoise.
See that and the bug thing. I had 2 things that I'd learned tonight. I literally had no idea.
You've never seen Talladega Nights?
I've seen it, but I don't remember that line.
Why are you getting
so upset?
When she's
I can see your fume.
I am justifiably upset, chat. I'm totally justifiably upset.
I can see a vein popping in your neck.
Sam, you can hit.
Don't yell at Sam. That's not his fault.
You can hit the group chat, and you can be as upset with him as you are too. As a matter of fact, when you watch this moment, I want you to let me, Kelly, and Aaron all know how upset you are with JT for not understanding that reference well enough. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
How about the group chat? I added the logo.
So I did see that. It was good flavor. But I would do like establishing shots. So I would put the GoPro down outside of like my truck.
Yeah.
And I would shoot me shutting the door and backing up.
Yep.
And then I would get out of my truck and go grab the GoPro.
Everyone used to do that, right? Where it was like
the Casey Neistat thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've seen it resurface recently with these people doing their like morning routine stuff.
Yeah.
Or like them like shopping or whatever.
Yes.
Like that was
they put it on the grocery cart in different ways.
Yeah, I was
stuff.
like that like I remember
people loved that.
I remember taking my point and shoot at the grocery store, shoving it into like like the and shelves.
You would grab the thing. Yeah,
I would grab something.
Bro, Casey Neistat, I would watch his vlogs every freaking day. I loved it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I don't know how from that little spark of creative energy that I got in Texas didn't carry me into starting then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think about that all the time, about how life takes you a certain way.
Yeah.
You know? And then you end up finding what it is you really love doing. If you work at it, right. You can turn your love into a job.
Well, and I think too, it's like you have to realize that it's not going to be all up. Like there's going to be some
100%.
Weird stuff that happens that's really going to test how much you, one, actually want to do this and make this your priority and make this your job as a main way of making income.
Oh, yeah.
You got to realize that there's going to be twists and turns and all that kind of stuff. And if you really do want it, you're probably going to end up putting in 4 to 5 times more the work than what you actually receive back.
Absolutely. And you're going to do a bad job sometimes.
Yeah.
Even now.
I mean, even like to put it into a real life example, like comedians that are amazing, like that go on world tours, still bomb.
Oh yeah, they'll still have a night show where they suck.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, great actors sometimes are in a shit movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of times where I've done a bad job and I've eaten the cost and said, "Hey, I'm gonna come redo it. Don't worry about it."
For the love of the game.
Yeah, I mean, but also there's that understanding about running a business, and that's, a whole nother topic we can discuss on another episode. But it's I mean, for the love of the game, straight up. I mean, from what we talked about on our episode with Adam, sometimes you gotta get in there and get your hands dirty and not get paid to do it.
Right.
I mean, it's like
gain experience, gain exposure, get used to how you do things, test some things out, try some crazy stuff,
and plan for it all. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, I've never shot with filters over my lens, and it was something I thought might be cool to add into some of the ideas I have for stuff I want to do at Desert City Classic.
Yep.
But I'm not just waiting for Desert City to get here.
Right. That's great media team.
Yeah. I mean, I want to practice with that stuff now. I want to practice with that stuff frequently.
Yeah.
So I get more comfortable with it. And maybe I get a filter that I'm like, damn, I don't vibe with this filter, because that's the thing about the filters, there's hundreds of them. They have so many. And there's one that the one that I have is that macro one that is really cool. Never used it. I put it on my lens once. I was like, wow, that's sick. Never taken a picture with it. So like, that's another thing like we can utilize and that I think would be fun to utilize. But, and I already have ideas in my head of how it could be really cool. I think it could be really cool for like an engagement shoot or like like wedding details, close-ups of the ring. Like, because you don't ever see like a macro shot of a wedding ring. Like that'd be a sick shot to have. Like I think that'd be cool in its own right, but stuff like that. I mean, that's not something that could be super useful in the CrossFit realm. I mean, I do have some ideas about how you could use it,
but that could be used for like a brand. Like
that's what I mean.
Some type of like
100%
water bottle,
thumb tape.
Yeah, thumb tape.
Like you could just have somebody hang from the bar and do like a macro shot of the thumb tape, or like they're holding onto a barbell, do a macro shot of the hook grip.
Where do you find these ideas then? Are you just like perusing the internet and you just?
Yes and no. The one I just came up with for the fitness stuff, that was just us sitting here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's the other.
Do you
want
to cut that in case someone tries to steal it?
No, I don't care. Steal it.
It's kidding.
No, I mean, I know he's kidding, but from that, and that's kind of what I was about to jump into. That's why we started this podcast. Is like, there's stuff like that when I sit with JT, when I sit with Holly, when I sit with somebody else who's in the creative space, when I sit with Ish, it doesn't matter who it is really. And we start having these conversations, my mind starts running with ideas, and I get excited and hyped up about what we do and how much I love it, and so many different things. Like it just starts flowing. I
mean, think about this episode. Like we started on one route, and we've kind of like gone all.
Oh yeah, we're going all over the place.
Well, which is great because I feel like we haven't had an episode where we're just like kind of like kicking it. Like usually like we come in here and it's like very like structured. Like today we were talking about this.
A little more serious.
So this has been kind of refreshing. I think.
I agree. And I think it lends to fun conversation like we were saying. And again, now I'm like, okay, maybe there is a use for the macro lens in fitness space.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, okay, I could actually do some really cool stuff with this now that I'm starting to think about it more. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of why we started this, and be more of a collective community thing and inspire people to not look at it as like competition. I mean, I've been in so many.
It's not competition.
Yeah, and I've been in so many. I've been in so many workspaces where people treat their fellow employees or their coworkers or like competition. I'm like, why? What's with the hostility? Why does everything have to be a competition?
I think the only thing that the things that we have are more like friendly. Like it's like you give someone praise whenever they do something really cool.
Yeah.
And then, you're like, all right, how do I do it like a little bit better than not do what they did a little bit better, like do my version of that in a better way or whatever it is. It's it's a helpful thing. It's not like I need to be
but
better.
also your own taste on it. Because again, you could see a photographer take a picture and they post it and you're like, damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
I want to try that angle. I want to try that filter. I want to try that this or whatever.
Yeah.
And then put my own spin on it. But I think it's also important in that positivity to have somebody, and that's where I feel like me and JT work well together, that respect for each other's success and let each other know when, hey, maybe like we had a conversation or you called me one time asking me about something, giving you advice on it, and I was straight up with you. I was like, hey, I think we could do better with this, and this is how, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's a really good aspect of, or not aspect of, I think there's a good balance in having somebody that can hype you up, but also not like keep you humble in a positive way. Like not, oh, hey dude, chill, but hey, I feel like I know your work. I feel like I know you could do this better.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're looking for that.
Well, I think too often we get into the idea of like our friends and our family are the ones that are supporting us. And like, they are the ones that are always our biggest cheerleaders. So they're always telling us the positivity. They're always like, that's great, that's great, that's great. So, I mean, I realized this early on in my career that I had to start reaching out to others to get the honest feedback.
Yeah.
So, you know, Sam, Jake, a bunch of others, like I would send my work. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah, I've done that with you.
Tear this apart.
Yeah, I've done that with you.
Yeah, right?
With
like,
video.
Tear this apart. Like, just be real with me because everyone is pumping my tires and telling me how great I am. And like don't get me wrong. Like, I love that.
I'd love to believe them.
I love that. I love that. And it's great. And it's going to keep me going, but it's not going to get me better.
Yeah. And I don't think it comes from a place of self-doubt. I think it comes from a place of like, I just want to make sure that I'm not getting steered in the wrong direction. Tough times make strong men make good times make weak men.
I don't know, but that's a long saying and that'd be tough to fit on a shirt.
I'm going to make a shirt with that. Just,
you might want to do like half
but
on
you
the
know
front
what I mean, though?
And then like the dot.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like, I think it's a weird way to relate to what you're saying, but I do think, yeah, if everyone's just pumping your tires, it's like, and you got a head full of air, you know, it's not helpful for anybody.
No.
I think it puts you in a place of, nobody likes to be put on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Because I think also that can lead to kind of some self-destructive tendencies in a way.
Yep.
Not to get super
no, I mean,
philosophical.
I'll be like, I'll be vulnerable here. Like I recently went through like a set time where I was just kind of going through the motions and like I felt very complacent. And like what I saw was not necessarily that my work was like going downhill or deteriorating, but it was like there wasn't like that like juice or that like the fresh ideas or the extra work that went outside of it. Like I was just kind of like checking boxes. Yeah. And you know, luckily I had Saf's calling me.
Just pause.
Hello. Good. I'm currently filming a podcast.
He's good.
Switch some things up. Yeah, Chris says hi. He said Saf says hello.
Hello.
Do you want to say hi to Sam?
Yes. Put her on speaker.
Okay, hold on.
Babe, you make stuff so weird sometimes.
Okay, so
I love that that's going on the episode.
So Sam's gonna be listening to this while he's editing, so you can say whatever you want right now.
What does that mean?
He's not in the room with us. He's in California, but like he edits all the podcast episodes, so he's gonna be.
What do you mean I can say whatever I want? I was just gonna say like hey, because he said hey, and then like call it a day, you know?
Then say hey.
Yeah, then do that.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Sam?
That's a vibe.
There it is. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm really glad we had this talk. I was just making sure you were good.
Feel free to call during.
When are you gonna be home?
Feel free to call during any time we're filming podcasts from now on.
Okay, for sure. When are you home?
We're gonna be finishing up in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, Sam.
Wow, I didn't get a bite. That's crazy.
I don't think she understood that I think that was a miscommunication there, because I think she thought you were Sam in here.
I don't know what's happening.
It's been
Sam.
a long day. It's fine.
I don't know what's happening.
Where was I?
Okay, let's re-answer this. Where were you?
She called me twice. That's why I answered.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta put some respect on it.
Oh, I was being vulnerable. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
Soft guy.
soft. Yeah. No, it's the idea. First of all, like you gotta have the ability to call yourself out, and you gotta have the
self-awareness.
Thank you. Self-awareness to be able to be like, hey, like, yes, I'm delivering, but like, I'm not going my normal extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't feel as though like I'm pushing the envelope. So like, luckily I've had some recent projects where I've really been able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, taking on a photography job, which is something I typically don't do. But I mean, I wanted to do it, first of all. And then I also needed to challenge myself in a new way. So like, it wasn't the most ideal lighting situation and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of stuff that I want to throw myself into, stuff like shooting these episodes in S-Log, really challenging my ability to pull the correct exposure, which is why you might have noticed that some of the past episodes weren't correct, but that's the idea of just embracing that you're not perfect, and then moving on, because at the end of the day, it's the only way you're going to get better,
Yeah, if it doesn't scare you.
And it's Halloween-ish time. By the time this goes out, it won't be Halloween. Damn it. That joke would have been good.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah. Why don't you bring us home here?
Yeah, I think
Final thoughts, Chris. Final thoughts.
I think if it doesn't scare you, it's probably not worth doing. I think you got to jump into the stuff that's scary. I think there's a lot of things creators can hold themselves back from if they're scared to do it. But one of my closest friends who runs her own business and catered for the Super Bowl, when they asked her, I'm not going to say her name, but she told me this, and she told me to do this. She said, say yes and figure out how to do it later. And she got asked to cater the Super Bowl, and she said yes, and she said yes, she can make it happen. She had no idea what she was doing, and she crushed it.
Yeah.
She killed it.
Yeah.
The only reason she didn't go do it in Vegas the next year is because Vegas had some weird, they were only hiring people in Vegas. Yeah. It was kind of like a weird stipulation or whatever, but yeah.
No, that's it. I mean, just bet on yourself.
Yeah, bet on yourself. If you don't know how to do it, say yes and figure it out. And by the time game day comes, show up and do your best.
All right.
That's it, baby.
Thank you for this.
This felt like therapy today.
Yeah, this was
Thanks
a different
for
episode.
Therapy chat.
It's a different episode, so switch it up a little bit.
Little switch
keep it
up.
Fresh.
Little
but we'll catch you in the next one. I don't know what that was, but that's why we're going to banish Chris back to the corner.
That's
just kidding,
crazy.
Chris. You can come out here anytime.
That's crazy.
Chris might host soon.
Oh, shoot. I'm down. I'm a great host. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Imagine you weren't recording audio that whole time.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Capture the Reps podcast. If you're a fitness creative and you found this episode helpful, please share this with a fellow creative and keep creating, keep learning, and keep capturing those reps. We'll see you next time.